Hello everyone, welcome back. This is another reasonably quick video all about the Walther, or my Walther, Rotex RM8. This one's in 2.2. It's a thin synthetic stock, try saying that without your teeth in. A synthetic stock with the thumb hole grip. It's actually a very good gun for the price. I think I paid about 340 odd quid brand new. And it's an excellent purchase. I was looking at one for a while. This is the Varmint, so it's a longer barrel, and I'm running a Hatson, a cheap and cheerful Hatson moderator on the end. The muzzle brake comes off. It's fairly standard thing now. Everything comes with the muzzle brake, so you're going to have a little bit of a moderator on it. To quieten the thing down. It does quieten it down, and I have swapped it over for my Virac moderator on, and I'll be honest with you, I've had it on a sound meter and there is absolutely nothing in it. This one gives about 82, 81 decibels, and the Virac is about 79. There's absolutely nothing in it. Now when you buy one, the Virac moderator is about 40 odd, no, say again, it's about 78, 80 odd quid to buy online. And I think the Hatson is probably about 30 odd pounds. So save yourself 50 odd quid and buy the Hatson, because it does quieten it down to the same extent. I've had several moderators on it. It is a 2.2, and it's worked out quite well. The noise seems to be coming from the action. They are actually quite noisy. They're not the quietest things. I don't know if the tactical one is quieter. I very much doubt it. They're all much of a muchness. It's running a Hawk. I think it's a 9B, 3B9 50 scope on top. They're all right. They're brilliant. They're not that over-engineered, they're not that over-complicated, and they're all right for the range, they're all right for on the field, and they're all right for the good old back garden plinking. Like I said, the safety, a lot of people have an issue with these, where you push this tiny little button in here, and you push it forward, and everybody says, oh, yeah, I've left my safety on. You do actually get used to it. A friend of mine was down the range with it, and he said first impressions was, oh, I don't like that, but within a couple of shots he was like, yeah, it's all right. The barrel on it is excellent. It's on par with one of my Viracs, and it's absolutely like an arrow. It's like a laser sometimes. This bottle there is metal. It is quite heavy. You can swap it out for a carbon fibre one and go the extra, but why would you? It's a cheap and cheerful gun. It's a hunting gun. It's a target rifle, whatever you want it to be. This annoys me with people being a snob about guns, air rifles and things. Oh, it's a Walther. Oh, it's a cheap, cheerful gun. Yes, it is a cheap, cheerful gun, but it's an excellent, cheap and cheerful gun. It's a very capable, cheap and cheerful gun. Don't forget, any of these guns that you buy are only as good as a shooter shooting it. You can buy the most expensive gun at the most expensive scope. It doesn't make you a good shot. Just think on like that, you know what I mean? And you're in it for the love of the sport, for the love of shooting the air rifle. You're not in it to show off and say, look at me, look what I've got and everything else. It's not even don't even go there. It annoys me, you know what I mean? It's you put it up to about 200 bar. So it's about 232 bar you can charge it up with, and the filler port is underneath. I put a little plug in it that I got off Fleabay for about £3, and it seems to be all right. It's tuning up the O-rings on it every time you take it out, but again, it's £3. It does the job. I can't imagine that much crap will get up inside that filler probe. Another thing that everybody complains about on these is the magazine. You always run out, and you say, oh, you always run out, how do you know, and everything else. But me, being a Virac fella, what I've done, I've taken a file to it and I've put an edge on it. I don't know if you can see that, if the phone will focus. I put an edge on it, and basically I've got some of the daughter's nail varnish, the gear. I said, what is the most garish colour you've got? And she come up with snot green. So in good old Sid Snot fashion, those of a certain age will know who Sid Snot is. I put a file on its edge like that and just did that a couple of times. And lo and behold, I created a V in it. I don't know if you can pick that up, and everything else. And I put a bit of nail varnish on it. So when that's in the gun and it goes round, every time you click it, it spins round and everything else. And guess what? Lo and behold, you're actually, you know when you're about to run out and all that lot. So if that is a tip that can help somebody, it doesn't affect the magazine in any way. It doesn't affect its performance or anything like that. And they are quite cheap to buy. They're about 20 odd quid. So another thing that I've done as well is that I'm running, I think it's dead center or something like that, whatever, and JSBs. I've created a tin. I think with the dead centers you only get 200 in a tin. So what I've done is that I've got a JSB tin, and the two foam inserts I've created I've just put a bit of cardboard in the middle, a bit of Stella tape around it. They're the JSBs, 15.89s. I just wrote that in felt tip, and 16.8s. And the reason I've done that is because if you want to go slightly a bit heavier, all you have to do is just to use a bit more hold over a little bit to compensate for the drop. So yeah, she's running. I think I haven't had his chrono actually, to tell you the truth. I must do that at some point. But yeah, I've had no issues with it. I've had a few. Taking a few vermin out with it. It isn't the quietest one. Like I say, I think the more or less the noise is coming from here, this area. It's not actually coming from the muzzle. But yeah, do yourself a favour, save some money, get yourself a Hatson. You can always strip those down and put a bit of felt in it and all that lot around the cones inside. They all come out fairly easy. You just put that, and I'll be honest with you, I've had it on a sound meter. It's only 2 or 3 decibels that are a bit louder than the Virac, and let's face it, the target isn't going to hear it, and the thing that you're shooting at, the vermin, the quarry or whatever it is, isn't going to hear it at all. But don't be put off by them. They're an absolutely fantastic gun, fantastic barrel, cheap and cheerful, but they're absolutely excellent. So yeah, that's my take on the Walther Rotex RMA, a superb gun, well worth the money. And I think that this one is staying, unlike the FX and other guns that I've got that might be just passing through. Anyway, thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.